What's going on, YouTube? It's Dom, aka KT2, coming back for another video, right? And today what I'm talking about is culture in the Army. And this is something that I didn't know really existed. You know, I thought the Army itself had a culture, but everywhere inside of, I don't know if you guys can even see me, everywhere inside of the Army, right? All these different bases, they all have their own like subcultures inside of that, if that makes sense. Like this is my 4th or 5th PCS to Korea, and you can see the difference in people and in the way units operate and work from base to base to base to base. I always thought, you know, an S3 here is going to be the same S3 here, you know, as the S4 here is going to be the same S4 here, you know, and that's kind of what I've always thought. You know, I thought people were going to work the same here as they work the same here, but that's not really how life works, or really how the Army works. And I think that should be important to know before like a PCS, you know, and to understand like Korea moves slower than the States, but nowhere moves as fast as Germany. You know, I think Germany is probably one of those, like Germany and probably Hawaii. I hear Hawaii is they move, they go pretty quick too. Germany, it always felt like you were always doing real world missions. Like I mean, we were moving, we were actually doing real stuff. You know, and in these other places, you know, you're doing different types of things, you know, which I don't, obviously, you know, I'm not gonna go into, but it's just something I wish I would have known. The culture is different. Some places are slower, some places are faster. And the people are going to be different. Some people that have rotated, like the people that have rotated in and out of Korea, you know, done most of their careers in Korea, you can tell the difference between them and somebody else. There's a problem with it, you know, but those are they are the Koreans. Like those guys know the mission, understand the mission in Korea a lot better. They understand how the battalion and brigades work. They understand like just everything that goes on. And like, say for me, when I was I spent what, 3 or 4 years in Europe. I understood and I knew everything that Europe was in like 3 or 4 years. But sometimes it's hard to explain that, if that makes sense. Other than that, that's just a couple quick thoughts, quick morning thoughts. The culture is just different. Every unit is going to have its own different culture. And I think culture almost starts from the top down. It starts from the top and then moves down. So leadership really establishes the culture. That's what I think. Those are my thoughts, guys. Hopefully this video wasn't a lot of nothing, but I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, especially, you know, in these other places. Another thing is that I used to worry a lot about, like, before I came here, I was like, oh, how am I going to learn the job? How am I going to figure it out? Like, how am I going to do it? And then you just figure it out. Like, you just get there, you fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you fucking work, my boy. Like, bro, you figure it out. Like, you fucking figure it out. And it's not that difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's honestly, it's not that difficult. You just get to a job and you figure it out. You work until you figure it out. You fail until you figure it out. I think everybody knows you're new. And that was my biggest thing, because I hate failing. I hate doing stuff wrong. So, all right, guys. Questions, comments, concerns, you guys can drop them in the bottom. Snapchat, Instagram, links should be in the description. Guys, have a good one. Later.